That movie was...
Drake, repeat what you just said
That
for the
movie
camera.
was a stinker. I want to be...
This movie is...
I don't want to be mean, but...
Drake, get up here.
I felt like I was watching a C-list movie. No, I hide in the darkness.
Can I peel this off? There's just a peely thing on this light right here, and I really want to peel it off. Am I allowed to?
It's a rental. Stop.
They
Stop.
care about
You always
the,
mess with
They
like...
care about the light. Film.
No, that's my favorite thing to do is peel that
Of
shit
course
off
it
of new
is.
shit.
Everyone's peeling film off.
Dude, we gotta like have these lights on.
Yeah, yes, turn the light on.
That one was off.
Okay.
Oh, it's my
That's
hair
why I was
drying.
messing with it.
You bitch. Okay, this movie, we just got out of seeing Equalizer 2. None of us have seen the first one.
Probably
Yet
none of
another
us.
sequel.
None of us will ever see the second one again.
Probably not. Yet another movie we're going in blind. Another sequel we're going in blind for. We didn't like it very much. It seems to be the uniform consensus that
I
we
mean,
didn't. It's
the
not
boy
very
fell
good.
asleep.
I don't want to
He
judge
fell
it too
asleep.
harshly
Twice.
because I didn't see the first movie, but man,
The
I
second
felt like
one.
I was watching.
I feel like a movie should be able to stand on its own.
The acting was okay, but
A
like, the
sequel, you
whole-
should be able, if a sequel is in the theater, you should be able to go and see it without seeing the first one and be fine. It should still be an enjoyable movie, is my opinion. Like you shouldn't have needed to see the first one to still be like, okay, this is a good movie. Like some points you could be like, okay, yeah, I didn't know exactly what was going on because this stuff was in the first movie, but you should stay still able to be like, yeah, I followed it enough. It was good. If it's a good movie, it's pretty boring.
It was pretty predictable. I felt like when they introduced the kid, it's like, okay, this is the kid that we're going to try to care about, and then he's gonna be put in a shitty situation.
Those parts, they really made this movie. This movie, for an action movie, it's really slow, and there are not many action scenes. There's a total of like what, four
It's
four
not
action
bad.
scenes.
I would say the quality
saw
of
two.
like the production wasn't bad.
I mean, the action scenes were pretty good.
Oh, okay, I would say this. The
Most of them weren't super long.
acting was okay.
Well, you got Denzel Washington, so
Yeah,
I mean,
Denzel
obviously
Washington's pretty
he's
good.
doing his
See, I wanted to
Denzel
be mean
Washington
and say like
thing.
I feel like I'm watching a C-list action flick, but
With
it's had-
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, it has Denzel
Yeah.
Washington. So it's
Well, yeah, that's what it is basically. It's like C-list movie with Denzel Washington.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm the only one that gets
I like the
lined
kid. The kid was.
No, that was actually my favorite part of the movie, honestly. Even if it wasn't super well done.
It's like the cheesy like I want to do art.
Yeah, it's
instead
like
of be a gangster.
it's
It was
it's
like,
it's basically like the Blind Side type of thing, except they're both black. But it's like I'm like the older, wise black guy that's gonna keep you from being a thug. You know, I'm gonna.
yeah. He's like ex-military, but we don't really know much about that. Oh, did you like?
Probably the first movie.
Did you like when he got the dead guy's thumbprint and like he looked at his phone and there wasn't like a big dead guy thumb smudge, but there was also just like green text just like appearing, like that hacking website where you just type anything
Yeah,
and
no,
the green code
yeah, I
comes
was
up?
like, why is the code just printing out on a green code on a black background,
Yeah,
just printing out one line at
when
a
is
time?
there
Like
ever,
what?
like lime green code on a black background?
Yeah,
just,
what?
like,
What
populating
what app
rapidly?
are you using? What is this?
Super
Like,
top secret
yes,
hacker
super hacker app.
database.
You can install it on the Play Store.
Watching hacking in movies, like,
This movie really, I guess the main
I don't
problem
know
is
much about hacking, but I know it's not just a bunch of numbers and letters on a screen changing.
the main problem with this movie is that there's not a lot going on throughout most of it.
Yeah.
Parts of it feel like a BBC drama, that type of thing.
I mean, they
Really,
dabbled like little action scenes here and there that were.
I guess
It's
because
cool to watch them do like a little really it's like really shortcut fight sequence, like where like you don't see the punches
Here,
connect every time, and it's
lean
like really easy
like
to-
in the middle here so your face is closer on it.
No, I'm going to hide in the darkness.
You gotta be part of the
I just have to sit here and press on my bladder while I lean forward.
Why didn't you pee?
I did. I
Oh,
was joking. Also,
okay.
look at my forehead. Look how white my forehead is.
it's because you're one pasty
You're
ass
godly.
motherfucker.
You're right under the light. Blue
So
smoke.
how long were you asleep for? What do you remember?
I didn't see that part.
What part?
Oh, you were just talking about
I already
the
forgot.
thumbprint
Yeah.
thing?
Wait,
I
that was
didn't-
at the beginning. Well, that was
No, it wasn't.
beginning-ish, right? Middle.
Thumbprint?
That was like in the middle-ish.
I would say it's somewhere in the halfway point, yeah.
But
The climax of the movie was the fight scene on the island.
it was an okay climax. It
Oh
wasn't.
yeah, let's talk about that.
It wasn't really anything amazing.
It was...
He was just.
Why
It's
did-
mostly just a guy looking through a sniper scope at guys running around in the storm,
Yeah, like...
and it kind
It's
of
going
like
to be a meme.
It was like... No, it was just like... The really generic, like, isolate the bad guys using some sort of means.
because they all spread apart so they can die one by one.
Yeah,
Obviously,
they're on like a small island during like a storm.
because they don't do the smart thing and just stick together as a squad. They have to all go off one by one, so he can just pick them off. Because of course they're not gonna.
Yeah, that's
not
what
gonna do
they do.
anything
It's
else.
like it's like
Drake, hand me
what
my
was the
wax.
movie we saw actually last night when they threw the smoke grenade and they killed everyone in the smoke and then like came through the smoke and it's like
Purge.
just like that. Yeah, oh yeah, the purge, the first purge. Yeah,
It's actually the fourth purge, but
the fourth purge movie named the first purge.
so. Yeah, I mean, how much is there even to talk about with this movie? We say that with like everyone, but
But we talked for like an hour.
this one I feel like it might actually there might actually not really be
That's
that
sort of
much
what I
to
was
talk
thinking
about.
is like
This one might actually like
it
not
was
have that much
just sort
going
of
on.
like meh the whole way through. Everything about
It was sort of just like
It
yeah.
wasn't even bad. It wasn't even like bad to a point you can talk
No.
about it for a while, like Mamma Mia was. Where the
It's
fuck is the glass one? Is it still in here?
should be. And take it out, but yeah, the most of this movie is kind of a mediocre drama.
A lot of what I saw was the main guy driving people around.
You just watch
A lot
it
of driving.
Yeah, you just watch it for the big name. Like
You watch
he
it
was
for
good throughout.
Denzel. Yeah, well, he's Denzel Washington.
Of
You
course, he's good throughout.
you know what kind of performance he's going to
It's not
give, and he gives that. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What did you think about it, Brandon? A movie that you slept like halfway through.
Oh, I found it. It's in the lick ball. The parts that I saw put me to sleep.
How many action scenes did you see? Oh, you missed the part where the woman died. The woman that we gave no shits about. She probably wasn't the first.
Did she die?
She died.
I don't remember who all.
That was
I don't
one,
even remember the action scenes that I saw.
That was one of the four. Wait. Oh shit! I need that. I need the nugget from that.
Well, I'll get it. Can you let me roll my window down?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the four action scenes was her trying to get back at those. Why did this movie happen? Like, what was the...
Why did Unfriended fucking Here We Go Again happen?
No, I mean literally, why was the plot? Why did they kill the people at the beginning? Did you get that, Drake? Did you know why they were doing
No,
it?
see, that's why, like, I don't know
Yeah.
who the two people they killed
It's like,
at the
okay, so
start.
at the very beginning,
Three.
well, not
Like
the
three
very
people.
not the very beginning, like after it was after they do the whole bit with Denzel Washington on the train.
Oh, after the train.
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking about
Who
when
were
they
the guys on the
they
train?
kill
See,
they kill the woman and her
I
husband.
suspect it's first movie, and it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, so, okay, see the beginning of this movie with him on the train, it sets up an entirely different movie than what you actually watch.
Yeah.
Because you
Hey.
think okay, this is going to be like kind of a goofy movie where he travels around different countries in different disguises and just kills people or like gives them the choice to like rectify it or then kills them.
See, yeah, I didn't see the
That's
first
too
movie, so I don't know
interesting
what
of
to
a
expect.
movie.
But he doesn't even do that thing really of like making them choose. Like he doesn't even really do that throughout the movie. He does that maybe like once.
the only other time I heard. Oh wait, I did see a second action scene. When he beat the shit out of all the guys.
That's at the beginning though.
I like how we never saw the gang again.
Two action.
I like how we don't see at the beginning, yeah, with the train. I like how we don't see what happens between him and that guy who kidnapped the girl. He just gets her back, and it's like, oh, girl, like the little girl is back. Shh, don't tell mommy. Remember? Remember that little girl at the beginning that he rescued?
Oh.
And then they're both like, shh, don't tell. At the library.
Like, why?
Because he's a superhero. He's literally, that's what he is. He's just a guy who he gets back for people who were wronged, the innocent who were wronged.
Yeah, he's like a really...
He's literally a superhero, except he's not that cool. He's just Denzel Washington.
Vigilante. He's a wannabe Batman.
Action boy.
Wannabe Batman.
But yeah, so
this is a Batman
the
ripoff movie.
The train movie, or the train scene at the beginning, it does not deliver on the kind of movie it promises you, because he doesn't go around from country to country. He doesn't really do that much throughout this movie.
He's on a train at the beginning, and then the rest of the movie, he's driving his car.
There's a lot of shots of him just driving, because he is a Lyft driver. Like, this is his job, I guess, now, is he's a Lyft driver. Yeah, like, but he still has enough money to, go to other countries and do his vigilante shit, like at the beginning. Except he only does it once, so maybe that was all the money he had. Just get this train ticket in, like, Belgium, or wherever they were,
He works for some sort of organization, though.
I think, but I don't think he does anymore, because
he
was supposed to have died, so I don't think he works for them anymore.
Yeah,
but who I don't know.
I feel like I needed to have seen the first movie.
I feel like we missed a lot, but at the same time,
if it was the same style of movie, I don't think we missed that much.
Even if we knew everything about this movie, would that make it good?
The first one would have a higher budget, and it'd probably be...
But would knowing the shit that happened in the first movie make the second one good?
Even if we knew, like, everything in this movie, would it be good?
Well, yeah, I said the overall quality is meh. So it's... Even if I saw the first, I'd be like, okay, all of this might make more sense, but it still would probably...
So why did they kill those two people at the dinner table?
First movie. See,
I saw that part too. I thought they explained it while I was asleep.
They never really explained it. I think they just did it for money.
I assume it's first.
They did kind of explain it, but not really. They're like, and then...
It had to
you said your name was on a piece of paper.
No, it had to have been involved with the old woman that also got killed.
Yeah, and then they killed her. They said they killed her because she was investigating it and she was, like, getting too close or something.
I saw that too.
Yeah,
so,
that's like the whole...
So it's like everything that happens in this movie happens...
I saw 3 of the 4 fucking action scenes.
There's only like 4 action scenes in this movie. Like everything important that happens in this movie happens because of one scene they very vaguely explain. So they kill these 2 people, I think, for money. Then they're like, oh, so we have to kill the investigator. And no, we have to kill this guy now too because he's another loose end. So it's just like, damn, how... Why'd you even kill these people in the first place? So now you're just killing all these other people because of this. Like, what is...
It's a movie about murderers tying up loose ends without really showing the process.
Yeah, we don't even really know why. Like, what are you tying the loose end up for? What's the main thread?
See, I don't know what happened in the first movie. This is the second
movie. They should be able... We should be able to gather what's going on better than this, I feel. I feel like that's just poor filmmaking.
It's all just like action plot. They worked for the super cool organization. These guys were all once friends in their squad.
And
now they have to kill each other.
Yeah, the main villain guy turns for... Why does he do it? Because he gives like a generic villain speech about they said we were like the best and we were super cool, but then they were done with us and what? They gave us a plaque. It's like, oh, so it's like
typical villain
shit. He doesn't really have any...
They loved us and now they're over us. Let's be evil and get their attention again.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any real reason besides he's kind of edgy. So okay. And then so a lot of this movie, instead of action like you would expect, is just Denzel Washington and this kid, like, wannabe thug, but he's also like a sensitive artist. And so he's
Did he actually finish painting the mural on the wall?
Yeah, that was him, right?
You missed that? Yeah, that was
Yeah,
him.
I didn't miss it.
Did you guys just not pay attention to that?
I was
whole
asleep.
Part? That was probably the best part of the movie.
No, what I was wondering was,
Brandon, it was at the end after you woke up.
what's the relationship with Denzel Washington
didn't
and that
notice it
woman?
then, no.
Is that his kid? Is Miles his kid? Is that what they were implying?
I mean, he said that at one point. Before I fell asleep, it was when he came into, when he followed him to the trap house that I went to. He was like, "I'm your mom, or I'm your daddy. Your mama never told you about it."
He wasn't.
And was like, "Get the fuck out. We're leaving."
He wasn't talking to Miles though. He was talking to the other guys, and that was a
him.
joke.
Yeah, they were all like,
Oh.
"Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, he wasn't even talking to Miles. He was
Oh, I
talking
thought
to
he
those
was.
guys. No. Yeah.
I'm your
I'm your
dad.
daddy. Your mama never told you.
That was okay. You know what kind of pisses me off? That was the funniest line in that movie, and they fucking ruined it because it's in the trailer.
Did it really?
Yeah, I
What
knew
the
that.
fuck?
I knew that line was coming, and yeah, it's a funny line. People in the theater were laughing, but it's like I saw it already. I saw it in the trailer.
Yeah.
So good job. You put like the best line in the movie in the trailer.
I love
So
when movies do that.
yeah, it's great, right?
Like Unfriended, when they put all of the characters'
There was-
deaths in the trailer.
there
so you
was
don't really
no-
watch the fucking
There were no best parts in that movie though. They
Yeah.
didn't even show the characters' deaths in the movie.
Did we really not even have like a favorite scene in that movie?
There was no scene in that movie I liked enough to consider the best.
I don't even remember the movie.
Oh yeah.
I like blocked it.
You didn't see that with us, did you, Drake?
Yeah, you did.
No.
Oh.
No, he
That was
saw.
Oh yeah.
My
that
favorite
was-
scene from the first.
That
part
was with Nikki.
Was the shoot
Oh, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
apartment with the babs.
Wait, which
before the
one?
RPG scene. In the first purge. I was
He's-
talking about the first
Oh,
purge.
Purge. Yeah.
He saw.
Before the RPG scene, that was okay. I like the whole
You mean
flashing
like the
all
whole like Rambo stuff?
shit. Yeah, I like the whole trope of the. There's a siren, so you use the light of the siren to move through, and like.
Which movie did you like more, Purge or this one? Equalizer, Purge.
Purge.
Purge. I was able to stay
Purge
awake.
had
during
more
Purge
of,
was
like,
more
a cheesy,
exciting.
corny fun to
Yeah,
it.
this movie, it was trying to go for like the whole like serious and kind of dark edge, but it kind of had like a tone and content mismatch.
I think on my list, I'm gonna place this one step higher than Mamma Mia, or lower
3.5
than Mamma Mia.
points out of 10.
Because at least I
on
was
the
able to stay
arbitrary
awake during
scale.
Mamma Mia.
I guess. I mean, I didn't think this movie was that bad. I'd say it's better than Mamma Mia, but it's just not very exciting. Mostly, it's mostly just the best parts of this movie, in my opinion. Besides from the action, because you're going to see an action movie, so you want action, right?
Of course.
But the best parts are Denzel Washington and the kid just establishing like a father-son or mentor and mentee kind of connection.
Oh boy, parking lots.
Yeah, dude. This is great, right?
Yep.
You guys wanted to park here because
Let's
we
do
have to
these
park in the
dabs.
garage, right?
Yeah, the garage. I feel more comfortable parking in the
We should have
garage
just parked
than
back
this.
there. There's less people like in the parking lot that way.
Oh, what the fuck?
Dude, did your car battery die? Nope. Maybe it just has like a safety feature.
Yeah, it has
That's
an auto
cool.
shut off,
Yeah.
so we don't burn out the battery.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
Usually, the garage is lit well enough that we don't need the lights.
Did you say what your favorite part was, Greg?
Oh boy, Kent Station.
It would probably just have to be like
This is great. I love living in Kent.
yeah, it's great. Jeez, man, there's just so many. It's so hard to pick from.
Right?
They never shot the suppressed pistols in the scene where they were looking for the kid in the hidden secret room, so I don't get to judge them on if they made like the, or if they made like an actual.
If they did the
suppressed-
silencer correctly or not.
Yeah.
Dude, I love fucking judging that shit.
And I really wanted that scene. I thought what they were gonna do was have the kid Miles actually fight them, because they were playing up that he wanted to be like a gangster
Yeah.
So I thought he was gonna actually fight them a bit until Denzel Washington stepped in and like saved him. But like no, he's just hiding the whole time, and then he's like, "Oh, I see you. I'm gonna put a frowny face and then get ready to shoot you, but stand still for 5 seconds there's time for something to happen."
I missed that.
He
You were saying for that part?
Okay, if he thought that was a one-way glass and that Denzel Washington could be hiding right behind it, why would he take the time to make a little frowny face and an X on it?
So did he actually see in there? Did he know that wasn't Denzel Washington? So he saw he was in there, but it was like, what was he thinking for that part? Like it was just weird. It was just like, oh, so he sees him, so he's putting so he's gonna shoot. It was like, what? Like, okay.
It was not clear. Did he see the kid, or?
I think he would have to.
Because why would he shoot it then? Why wouldn't he just like punch out the glass? Why wouldn't you do something easier than fire your weapon that, if they did it right, would probably be heard by the neighbors indefinitely. If he had it.
I mean, that's probably why then.
Didn't take a shot.
Okay.
But he was going to until Denzel Washington called.
Okay.
Dude, you got your Shadowrun shit?
Yeah, dude. Oh shit! I still have to make a new character. I didn't go last Sunday.
Make it easy.
What more is there?
Okay.
Make a D&D character.
What more is there even to talk about this movie?
While I was waiting for you guys outside, there were some people that came out of Uncle Drew saying that it was good. So I think we actually need to see that.
Looking at us?
Huh?
Is there somebody standing to the right, crouched down, looking at us? Through the
I
window
don't
of
think
that
she's even
car?
crouched down. I think she's just staring at us.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Oh, she's smoking.
A cigarette.
Dude, okay, yeah. I turned
and looked, and she's
What?
like staring blatantly at us.
What was your least favorite part of the movie, Drake?
Not seeing the first movies, so not understanding if there's any connection between any of this.
It was-
that old guy we were supposed to care about.
It was really hard to guess which characters were from the first one and which ones weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, you can assume Denzel Washington.
We should have just watched the first
Well,
movie.
Duh.
Yeah, maybe that's what we should start doing before we see sequels. Is just watch like the first one beforehand.
Yep.
But there is kind of a fun in going in blind. Just
Mm-hmm.
being like, wow, it's like
See if it actually follows. Because, like, some sequels don't even follow the fucking first ones at all.
Yeah. I don't think I already know.
Like Unbreakable and Split.
About this movie. It's just been
You like Split, didn't you?
hard to keep my attention.
it's okay.
There's a third part to that trilogy coming out soon called Glass. And I'm excited.
Chris, let's take it
It doesn't fucking matter.
Sure I do.
It's midnight. They should be in bed. It's not our fault they have bad parents. I'm just kidding. Do drugs, kids. It's good for your heart, mind, body, and soul.
Can I go home?
See the pain in your face.
No, Drake, we have to see Equalizer 2 again right now.
No.
That's your punishment. We're gonna keep.
We haven't even done dads yet. Don't be asking to go home. Little baby.
What time is it?
Weird with a person who doesn't do
666.
that.
666. I don't know. My phone said.
Sounds terrible.
Why'd you put your hand right there, right in the path of the?
It's always my fault when you burn me.
Sorry, you ain't mean to. In blaming the victim.
Drake, do you have anything else to add to the movie?
No.
What would you have done to make it better?
Oh yeah, that's your rule, right?
Yeah, let's do that now.
Well,
Let's start with we're gonna start with Drake since he's the one that added this to the videos.
it's just something Well, that's just it. I don't want to make too many judgments about it because I don't know connections between characters.
Just imagine it's not a sequel.
If it was its own standalone movie, I would have made it more of an action movie than it was.
I think the biggest problem with this movie is it didn't really seem focused.
Yeah,
It didn't. It
I
seemed.
wouldn't have tried to like have a kid that you needed to care about if he was.
No, honestly, I
If he
would
wasn't
have.
related to the first movie, then we should like.
I'm gonna say the opposite. Just speaking as someone who hasn't seen the first movie, it seemed like
Dab on my pen.
Drake.
I got my pen.
it seemed like the strongest part of this movie, like you said, was the connection
Oh, the kid.
between Denzel Washington and the
I
kid.
like the interaction
So-
between the kid and the dude.
I think
I
they should have just kept it more focused on that. Like,
that could have been cool.
fuck the old, like basically all of the plot, basically all the stuff they had to do for the plot was boring and seemed pretty pointless in the greater scheme of things. But if they just had it be more about Denzel Washington and his
hitting me.
connection with the kid, I think this movie could have been better. Could have been just about them, like, him being like, "Oh, you're like the son I never had," or something.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end, instead of him being the person he has to save, they could like fight together or something.
Yeah.
Because he ended up just being like the "Oh, I'm captured and I need you to save me." At least it wasn't a woman. Making it a little less stereotypical.
Yeah.
That was a bad movie.
First movie that made one of us fall asleep. It's probably never going to be me because I've never fallen asleep at a movie before.
Only fall asleep doing pretty bad movies.
I think I saw the premiere of The Hobbit opening night at the AMC. A different AMC, and I fell asleep for probably like 30 seconds of unconsciousness during some panning shots of some mountains that went on for like 2 minutes. It
dude.
felt like,
I liked the
It's a
first
Lord of the
Hobbit.
Rings thing, though.
yeah.
They did that a lot in Fellowship and
Dude,
Two Towers.
I've never been able to get past the middle of the second book of the Lord of the Rings.
Why?
Or I'm never able to get past the point where they're at Rivendell. Because that's when Tolkien...
That's the end of the first book, beginning of the second book.
Yeah,
No, wait.
I've never been able to get past that.
That happens before the orc army. That's the first book, dude.
It's not... I'm pretty sure I finished the first book.
No, the orc army happens in Fellowship, doesn't it? Drake, Lord of the Rings, don't you know that shit too?
What?
I've read the first book, but
What book does the orc army attack happen?
Oh, the book?
Is that the first one? Because the Mines of Moria happen,
Yeah.
Gandalf dies, they reach Rivendell, and then the orcs attack.
Does that all
Like,
take
after-
place during the
after they
first movie
leave.
Or the second one?
whatever. All I know is that's when
I don't know.
Tolkien... That's when he just stops to do like a lore dump and just putting all these poems in the book, and that's when I lost all interest. And I literally could not keep reading.
I miss. Oh.
Oop.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll do the rest of it in the dark.
Do live.
Do we have anything left to say?
It's your boys, back at
No,
again with
that
another
movie was just
legit
sort of a-
movie review.
C-list action flick with Denzel Washington.
I mean, if you saw the first one and liked it enough, I guess I could see you wanting to see this one.
Probably more of the same.
Yeah, it's probably you're not gonna get anything you don't expect. It's just kind of it just goes people have reasons for doing things, but they're not super well explained, at least if you haven't seen the first one, and it's really like I don't really care about most of this. Like, who cares about that woman who died? We barely knew her. She was just like, hey, you're back. Yeah, what's up? They just have like this. Okay, every scene in this movie is really long and drawn out.
Yes.
This
What
is
was with the shot of his hand on the back of the kid's like neck? Was it the back of his neck? It was like 3/4 of the screen was taken up by his shoulder in the foreground, and he like, I think he like grabs the kid on the back of the neck and like squeezes it, but that's all it focuses on.
the cinematography of this movie seems like it's trying to go for kind of like a deeper and like more artsier type of movie, but
Yeah.
it's not really backed up by the contents of what happens.
Yeah.
It's just, this movie is, yeah, it's just kind of disjointed and just kind of, they didn't really have like one clear idea of what they wanted, it seems. It's just, the plot just kind of meanders along. Nothing much happens. At the end, he just kills some guys that wanted him dead first, so it's okay. And yeah,
Yeah.
they just keep living on life.
Yeah.
Should we wrap up?
Yup. This has been your boy coming at you live with another fantastic movie review.
Legit.
We'll
movie
catch
review.
you next time.
If you like this video, please a thumbs down.
Comment,
'cause
subscribe,
fuck the
and give me a
man.
bag of dicks.